Yeah, fine. Yep, welcome everyone to Hyperautomation Free UiPath training. So this is the April batch we have started today on April 4th. So earlier batch we have completed in March, and this is the second batch we are just going through. And we promise that we are going to recur the same sort of free trainings for the next couple of months too. So please utilize this particular platform to enhance your skill set and all. And we are definitely there to help you out on the things. So we'll have a small intro things, and we will just kickstart that particular thing. Yeah. Fine. So we gonna have a small slides to just have introduction about ourselves. So speaking about myself, I'm Sai Karan. I'm a solution architect working with an MNC in Hyderabad. I have around 8+ years of experience with IT industry and around 5+ years of experience working on UiPath itself. So this year, 2024, I've been recognized as UiPath MVP. It's like most valuable professional, and also I've been having certifications related to UiPath in terms of advanced developer as well as recently I've cleared even test automation engineer too. So, and also I have experience of training more than 500 professionals and students in this part UiPath domain. And now, and I've been a community speaker and a mentor. Okay. So that's a small introduction about myself. Uh, Pradeep, yeah, can you just introduce about yourself?
Yes, thanks, Saikira, to hand over to me. So this is Pradeep Chinala. So I am the most valuable professional for 2023 and 2024. And I have attended multiple hackathons in UiPath, and I got finalist for AI Work Hackathon and Generative AI plus Specialized AI Community Challenge winner. And I am certified solution architect in UiPath. Regarding my experience, I have more than 7 years of experience. So I am working for one of the MNC, and I am the part of active member in Hyderabad community chapter, and we used to give some kind of sessions in Hyderabad community and the Vizag community. So this is about me. Yeah. Thanks, Kiran.
Yeah. Yep. We have also in our call Nicholas Satyavarpu. Nicholas, can you just introduce yourself, please?
Sure. First of all, I would like to thank and appreciate the Hyper Automation team for organizing these sessions. So last batch we have successfully completed with 500 people please joined and 4 challenges completed. Fourth challenge is on the way. So request everybody to utilize this program for free of cost and just spend 1 hour of time, learn the topics and practice it. And please share your experiences. Please share your learnings from the trainers and spread it over the LinkedIn or spread it over social media. Yeah, myself coming Nikhil Satyavarapu. So I'm associate manager working at one of the MNC company in Hyderabad. So I'm official chapter lead for Hyderabad, and I've been active speaker and mentor for the RPA community. Yeah, that's all, and all the best for the training program for all of you.
Yeah. Thanks, Vignesh, for taking your time and also mentoring our particular team in just articulating the particular uh, program and all. Thanks a lot for your efforts and all. And we have also other person which was about to join. So he is what to do. I think he's not at in the
Hey,
call.
no, I joined.
Yeah, you're joining.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I was
Yes.
a bit delayed.
Okay. Let me just share about what. Yeah.
Guys, welcome back to our second batch of UiPath free training from Hyper Automation team, and myself, Patrudu Shantikaila, and I'm working as associate technical architect at Edge Technologies, and also I'm UiPath MVP for 2024. And I completed UiPath Solution Architect, Test Automation Engineer, and Developer certifications as well from UiPath. And I was leading Agile coach as well. And I'm leading UiPath community chapter. And in terms of expertise, I'm working on UiPath since last 7 years out of my 10 years of experience, and hope we got a very good response in the last batch. So that actually inspired us to start our second batch. So when we are starting our first batch, we are not in the intention of making it recurring or to continue, but the overall, like whatever the response we got from the previous batch people. So we thought of like to make this recurring and continue the same.
Yeah. So, Pathulu, can you just explain like why people
Yes,
should join
sure.
our free hyperautomation UiPath training? Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, let us go forward and we have a lot of resources to learn UiPath. Like you can learn it from YouTube or you can learn it from UiPath Academy, the self-paced learning, and you can do all these things, right? Like, but why to join this particular sessions? And you have a lot of paid batches running across the virtual online as well. Then why should you join here? See, first thing is whatever you have all the free resources from YouTube or Academy or Udemy, whatever you call it all. Uh, all those are like self-paced learnings, and you may need to write a comment and below, and then you need to wait whether they will respond back or not, and you will be having a very limited uh, scope to interact with the trainer, right? Always this live training is much more better than the self-paced when you are coming across questions or like to make it more interactive, right? So that is one of the advantages you are going to get when you join this free training, right? And also, what is difference like in terms of content, we are covering almost like whatever the paid trainings are covering, and the reason why we have chosen like to have the all the basic to advanced concepts as a free training is like you might be having an interest to learn UiPath, or like you might be thinking that like whether to try with UiPath in order to get your comfortness, right? So that you can check it here instead of spending your money. You'll get an confidence, or like you'll get to know whether you're confident enough to start with UiPath or not by end of this course. So 100% if you follow us properly during these 15 days or 20 days, we are not fixed on the number of days, but though we have a curriculum, but our focus is like to complete the concepts. Our focus is not in the number of hours or number of days. Our focus is completely on the concepts which we want to cover. So you will get a confidence in case if you follow us properly throughout these training sessions. So that is the reason like you are this course is to join. And see, another reason is like we have other roles as well, right? Like it's not only RPA, like you have a lot of opportunities. Like you can say, uh, you can start with Java, or you can start with testing, or you can start with Selenium, or you can just start with .NET. So then why UiPath, right? UiPath is an RPA platform, end-to-end RPA platform where these tools, RPA tools, are considered to be the low code platforms, which means like the coding is not required. And here, what all you need to do is like you just need to have a logical skills, and rest everything like it does like a drag and drop. And also we have a lot of career opportunities or career progress in RPA, because this is one of the cutting edge technology, and everyone want to automate their processes, not only in terms of like cost saving, in terms of accuracy, and in terms of what we say efficiency, right? And we have the community building. Like see, let us suppose you joined the sessions for 15 days, and after that, what need to do, right? You can go with the self-paced, and you have a lot of community activities going across, happening across, and you can join all of them as well. And we have the community ecosystem, like which we are going to see going further. what are the different platforms we have in order for learning and enhancing your knowledge, right? Like from where you can get your queries answered, where you can follow the people in order to uh, cope up with the latest trends and all, right? So yeah, let's go for this. Yeah. So this is the community ecosystem we have in UiPath, right? And not only community ecosystem, I think we have here the development environment or like whatever the product suite as well. The automation cloud is a product suite we have in UiPath, where like you can access all of the UiPath products. Uh, Pradeep, can you go on mute? Thanks, Sai. Yeah. So from where you can access the UiPath products and from where you can start learning to or start implementing the automations. And UiPath is providing a community edition for free of cost for any developers who want to learn the UiPath. It's not necessary like for someone who want to learn need to purchase a license or need to uh, uh, be in an organization where like you'll be having access to the product. But here, UiPath believes in the democratizing the learning. So we have a community edition which is of free of cost to start with our learnings. And we have UiPath Academy. As I said, right, like we have a platform ecosystem where like you can learn and you can enhance your knowledge. UiPath Academy is well equipped with almost all the products of UiPath and almost all the roles in a proper structured learning content. And you can go there and you can start learning. Let us suppose you completed with our basics like this training, like once you complete with the basics, and let us suppose you want to learn some other, right? So from there, you can start with your learning journey. And we have UiPath forum where like whatever the questions you are coming across when you're practicing or you're stuck with some errors and you could not able to identify what to do and how to proceed further. And you can check our UiPath community forum where almost majority of the questions might be already available. And in case if you could not able to find the question, you can write a question so that the people will get answered. And we have the community events going across, happening across the globe. And we have virtual events and in-person events as well happening. And you can follow our UiPath community local chapters in order to get updates on the uh, upcoming events. And all these events will be going most on the latest topics from where like you can start learning. Uh, so you can even be on top of the latest features of UiPath and the sessions as well. And we have the blogs, and we have everyone will be writing blog, right? Like when the people are already having some good amount of experience and they want to write a blogs, and they will be writing on their own name, or they might be writing on Medium, or they might be writing on LinkedIn, right? In the similar way, we have UiPath blog as well, where like you'll be having this blog on UiPath website, and even you can go through those blogs as well. And of course, like you can follow Saikiran because he is most interested in writing on LinkedIn, not on the any blog channels, but he'll be always writing all the articles and everything on LinkedIn. And we have UiPath community MVPs. UiPath MVPs are like the two ways we can consider. One is like expanding their experience or extending their experience for the community people to follow or the UiPath and learn UiPath. And the other is like possessing the strong knowledge on UiPath products. So these are the UiPath community ecosystem from where you can kickstart your learning journey, right? And let me share my screen and I'll show you like each of the websites and how we can access the website or platform and how we can start with. confirm me, Sai Kiran, once you can see my screen.
Yeah, we are able to see your screen.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So here we have UiPath Community Forum. So the website is forum.uipath.com. And here, if you see, right, like we have a lot of questions already placed here. And whenever the people, let us suppose you are facing some that, uh, I'm just writing something like, don't forget, don't concentrate on the question which I am giving here. I'm just trying to search for a question that object reference not found and hit enter. Okay. Runs element. So we have some questions already, right? If I see, maybe if I click on more, I'll get all the results. I can check like whether my question is already related to this or not. Objects reference is not set to instance. So let us suppose this is my question. If I go here, there will be answers. Like this is my question. Once the people start answering, right? Uh, People will go through and try all these matches, and then someone, whoever posted, right, they will mark it as a solved solution. And directly you can come here and you can see that like the post 3 is going to be the solution, and you can come here and you can go through this. And let us suppose if the question is not available, you can just click on this new topic and you can select, uh you can say what is this, a problem or question. And from here, like you can select Studio because you'll be starting with Studio. But in case if once you are good with the RPA development with Studio, if you are going further to the other products, you can select the different product as well, right? And now here you can just select what type of issue you are facing. And let us suppose something related to the object repository and click on next. And after clicking on next, you can create a question, right? And let us suppose if some question is answered for you, you will get a notification here so that like in case if someone mentions you or someone replied back to your comments, you will see the notifications. So this is how we will be like we need to write a question to the forum. And from where, let us suppose, see why I'm telling about the forum, right? Like for throughout this training, we are available to help you and we are good to resolve. But we always suggest not to reach out us directly before checking out the forum. The reason why I'm mentioning this is when you're going further in your career, and let us suppose you started your work and you joined somewhere and you're starting working with your working on UiPath and you came across some issue, right? You cannot. There will be no one. There may be no one to help you out, or there might not be possible for you to reach out to someone. So you can reach out to the forum, and forum can be your good mentor or good resolver, right? And we have the community.uipath.com where we will be having different local chapters and you can see upcoming events, what we have, right? And from here, like you can follow this. And if you come to this, like we have global and like region-wide chapters, and you can come to Asia Pacific. Like here we have all the chapters, and you can follow any of these chapters. Like you can follow Vizag, you can follow Hyderabad, you can follow Pune, like whatever. Like in case if you want to follow Kolkata, you want to follow Delhi, or whatever the chapters you can follow. And in order to follow that, like there will be an option here, join. And once you click on that, like all the events, whatever we are going to post in these chapters, you will get the information and you'll be notified and you can be on top of it. And if you see here, like we have upcoming events and we have the past events. So this is how it will, and let me show you the latest topics, how we are going. Right? See, if you see, like in the March, we have a communications mining, which is a very latest product, and we have a very limited access. So whatever the latest features or latest products or content we are going to have, right? That you can learn it from community.uipath.com events. So this is how the community platform will work, and academy.uipath.com. Let me log into this. So here we are logged into the UiPath Academy.com, And if you go to the courses, you will be having the courses. But I won't suggest to go through the courses, because when you're starting, you might not be you will be in the confusion state, like what to start and from where to start. But you can go to the learning plans, and here you have a learning plan for each and every role. Like in any implementations, right? Any software implementations, you'll be having different roles for people. So here you have all the roles defined here, and you can start with all these. Uh, Sorry, you can choose like which fits for you, and you can start with that. And let us suppose you're a developer, and you can just go to UiPath developer. Where is this UiPath developer? Automation developer professional training. You can go through this. First, you need to complete this automation developer associate training, and then you need to come back to automation developer professional training. Once you complete these two, you will get a certificate of completion as well from UiPath Academy. And you might be asking, right, whenever you join any institute, you'll be asking that, like, once I complete the training, am I going to get a certificate? None of the institute certifications are valid for you. You will not get any additional value if you get those certifications also. But once you complete from here, from UiPath Academy, what are the diploma of completion you are getting, that actually helps you out, and that is going to add a value. So I suggest alongside of our training, and or else like after completion of our training, I suggest you to go through these two trainings, so that like you will get a very advantage, and you will cover a lot of topics as well. Okay. And let me go to the cloud.uipath.com. And this is the automation cloud platform, where you will be having access to all of our UiPath products. And if I click on this menu, we have all these products. Like we have a lot of products, but we will be dealing with UiPath Orchestrator, and we have UiPath Studio. So we will be dealing with this, and you will get to know, like we have a session which to cover all these UiPath products as. And from here, we will be accessing it, and you can sign up this with your Gmail or Outlook or even your company email. So it doesn't matter on which email you are signing up to this, but you can sign up to this and get access to all of these products with your email. So any questions, guys? We will, of course, we will go into the topics as well. But before we go for that, like if you have any questions, let me know.
As of now, we are good, Father. If you can just show the beginner
Yeah,
program
yeah,
to just go with, so that can help them to just register for that particular academic course. So I have suggested to go with associate to your developer certification
Yes.
training program, so which can help them to kickstart their particular learnings in the academy.
So when it comes to here, you have the UiPath Developer Associate training, right? This is going to help you to start with your automation journey.
So this is a self-paced learning. You can just enroll, and you can just even get the certification done through the particular UiPath Academy. You can receive the diploma certifications, so which can also help you to start your things.
Yeah. So you can start with this, and then after this, you can go to the professional training as. Once you complete with the associate, then you can start with the automation developer profession. Right? So these two are going to help you out more. And of course, the associate is part of this, but you can start even from here as well. Okay. Cool. Then let us come back to our training sessions. So what we are planning to do, and what is the curriculum we are planning to cover as part of our UiPath training. So today's the training intro and everything is done. And we are going to start with the RPO introduction and the development life cycle. Rather, I would love to call it as implementation methodology than the life cycle, because in RPA, we will be more of kind of implementing the solution, and we have a different phases of it. Of course, the life cycle and implementation methodology both are similar, there will be a slight difference. So I love to call it as implementation methodology than calling it as a development lifecycle. And after that, we are going to talk about UiPath architecture and what are the different products we have and which product will be used for which purpose, right? In UiPath products. So that we are going to cover. And when I say the UiPath architecture, it's a detailed architecture, like how what we have, like we have UiPath orchestrator, studio, and robot. We need to integrate these three and how they are going to communicate each other. So that we are going to discuss as part of our UiPath architecture. And after that, we are going to install UiPath Studio, and we will have a tour around all the panels and whatever the studio we have, the development options, and you'll be having a product tour kind of thing on top of UiPath Studio, and then we will be starting with variables and arguments and string methods, because sorry guys, so that is going to be our core part where we will be starting with the basics. Whenever you start with any programming, right? If you see any programming language starting videos, you'll see hello world. And after that, everyone will start.
Can I just zoom it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. So for any programming language, right? Like the starting point to learn the development is going to be our variables. So we are going to start with variables, arguments, and string methods. Because whenever you will be, why we are covering stressing or more on string methods, like when we are not considering or having a separate session for other types, is most of the times and majority of the cases you always deal with the string methods in majority of the automations. For that reason, we are considered covering the string methods as well. And we have a control statements. Control statements is nothing but like it's going to be your building your core logic, like how what to do and how to do, and that actually controls your entire execution or entire implementation, kind of like condition statements and looping systems and everything we are going to cover in control statements. And then we have the selectors topic. See, the power of automation will come with the UI automation, because the rest of the automations can be done with even the programming language or with any of the things. But the power of automation lies under the user interface automation, like however I am interacting with this application, right? Manually, like opening and clicking and all this. This, whatever I'm doing, the same the robot is going to mimic with the help of these selects. So this actually gives a very big boost for any RPA or automation tools. And then we have the object repository and UI libraries. So we are going to cover how the UI elements, whenever we are seeing the application, right? Each of the button or a text field, or how we are going to consider them as an objects and we will be using for our automation. So we are going to cover that in the object repository, right? And we have the UI automation and recorders. So we are going, like we considered 3 sessions only for the UI automation, because what we feel is the UI automation is going to be the heart of RPA. And that requires a lot of time we need to spend in order to make us more comfortable, right? So for all these sessions will fall under the UI automation. And after that, we have Excel automations, because in any of the organization, right, we see the motto or the agenda or the back idea of RPA implementation is to reduce the workload for employees and improve the speed or accuracy, right? And in any of the organization, all the data, a lot will be in the Excel. So how to deal with the data which is already in Excel, and how to work with Excel files, that we are going to cover as part of our session. And after that, we are going to deal with email automations, like what are the incoming mails and how we will be sending out the emails. So that we are going to cover as part of our email automation. It's not only reading or sending the emails, We can even work with that particular object and get all the details from there. So we are going to cover all as part of this email automation. And we have a different protocols as well in the email automation. We are going to cover all those protocols. And we have the database automation. When you are working with a larger data sets and maybe Excels might not be good enough for us, and we will be having a database. So we are going to cover the basics of the database, not in sense of like how an SQL developer or how an a DBA will work. We are not going to cover in that level, but whatever is required in order to work with an automation. Like if you see, the people will ask like in interviews, I have seen the questions, do you know the database? Their intention is not to know each and everything, whatever is there for the database. The intention of the question is, do you know how to interact with the database from RPA tool and do the basic operations, whatever is required for your process? That's actually the motto or back of that particular question. But generally, what we think is like, do we really know the complete SQL or database? So the question is not that. It is kind of like whether we are capable of interacting with the database and write some basic queries in order to utilize in our process. So if you know that, that will be good enough for a database that we are going to cover as part of our training session. And also we have the API automation, much more important topic, like where we need to interact with a server which is located in a different place, and we are going to make a request in order to get that data. So we are going to cover what are the different types of APIs we have and different types of authentications we have, and how we will be making the calls, and how we are going to get the output, and how we are going to utilize those outputs as well. So that we are going to cover as part of our API automation. And then we are going to cover the most important topic, right? Exception handling and debugging. Whatever you have done the automations, whatever we learned till now, to implement that in case if any error is coming, how to handle that errors, right? And how to identify what error, why it is coming, where it is coming, right? What, why, where. So that can be answered with the help of debugging. So that we are going to cover as part of our curriculum. And then we are going to have a overview on orchestrator. Like we are not going to cover entire orchestrator concept, but we will cover the orchestrator concepts which are required for a developer, where a developer will, whatever the knowledge the developer should have to process on the orchestrator, that we are going to cover. And after that, we are going to deep dive into RE framework and like a structured layout to implement your process. So if you see the curriculum, right, majority of the curriculums, just compare with the JDs also, majority will be covered. So that's how we are planning to cover our training sessions. So that's it from my side in terms of curriculum. But let us open for the questions, and we would love to answer the questions if you have any.
One thing, Pathru. So I want to add a few more points here regarding our curriculum. As of now, you shown everything regarding which are the things we are going to cover here. So I want to add a few more points. Like here, it is not about theoretical what we are going to teach. So we are making some kind of sessions which makes much interactive with the who all are participating in this training program. So for that, what we are going to do? So we are creating some kind of challenges for every day. So for next few days, when we are going to cover these sessions, we are going to upload some kind of challenges in the forum. So what you have to do? So you have to crack that challenges in the forum, so that what you can get some kind of reward from UiPath itself. So that's the way we are going to make much interactive with the each person who all are going to start the training here.
Good, perfect. And let us open for the questions.
Yeah, to just iterate once again, the concepts which we are going to cover for the next 15 days is definitely for free. So we're going to help you out in kickstart your career in terms of UiPath, especially we have designed this particular course or the content so that even the fresher or as persons from the zero experience in UiPath can also just learn and kickstart the things. So how to integrate SAP, Salesforce, SharePoint, and coming sessions, it would be helpful for interviews when companies are asking. Yes, we can help you with the resources where you can just utilize or get those information. Right, something related to the integration services. So can you cover the document understanding concepts? So as of now, for this particular next 15 days curriculum, so we have excluded the particular document understanding concepts. So we are just sticking to the plan where we will try to cover the basic part, which will be definitely a foundation for whatever you're trying to learn going forward. So that is going to definitely help you out. So 90% of the things what we have shown in the curriculum is going to be there covered, or else like even you will try to utilize in the real time. So other concepts like document understanding or integration services, or else like A center, action center, what are the components what we are trying to speak. It purely depends like based on your project requirements you're going to utilize and so there is a vast product suite that we have here in UiPath ecosystem. We will try to give you a glimpse of those products going forward. So in the session 3, that is what we are trying to talk about the UiPath products as well as how to get started with you. So we are open for any sort of queries. The first session is something we want to where we can access the training materials or submit the material when you have given. Yes. So you can get all the training materials as well as recordings in the group, in the WhatsApp group, what we have created. So you can just see in the chart. If you haven't joined, please join that so that you can get on a daily basis the materials, what we are trying to utilize as well as the recordings too. If we are trying to give some challenges and all, we will let you know the process, how you can just submit those challenges and all. Okay. And also to enhance your learning and all on a daily basis, we will be giving you the quiz challenges and all to just test your skills on the daily basis. Any end-to-end project will cover in this training. In this particular training, we are not going to cover the end-to-end project. So end-to-end project is going to have something a dedicated learning curve where you need to kickstart from the start to the end, and definitely it will take minimum 15 days to just cover that particular end-to-end project. Is there any kind of challenges to get coupons for certifications? For certifications, of course, no. But we will try to accommodate something in terms of other things. So for the first batch, we have around 10 coupons sponsored by UiPath team itself directly. But we are not very much clear for this particular batch, but we will try to do that. Do we need to register daily for the sessions? No. We will share the links. No need to worry on that. Do we need to have the RPA knowledge to learn UiPath? Yes, that is what we are going to teach you in the next 15 days. Right from the basics, what is RPA, in the RPA, what is UiPath, all is what we are cover in the next 15 days. Can you cover mini project with all the concepts? So what are the concepts we are trying to cover? It's something we will try to go with the use case foundation type. So like to be more specifically speaking, this is something like a foundation course or else like where you can enhance the learning curve. So it's going to be a foundation to kickstart something on a bigger level. So we'll definitely go with something. Can you cover real time examples? Yes. While teaching, we will go with the real time scenarios or examples definitely. Yes, we do provide real-time projects for practice as of now. As we are speaking, this is something a foundation thing. we are also articulating something different in terms of projects where we are trying to build our hyper automation platform for the lab practice and all. But we are still in a process of creating that. So Word
I
document
need to
topic,
add
yes,
one
we
point
will try to
here.
cover the particular concepts too.
Sorry. So regarding the real-time scenarios, what we are going to do. So whichever the real-time scenarios we are going to implement it in our projects. So we are going to give the same in the challenges. So it's a kind of part we are going it for the challenges throughout this series of free training. So what you can do. So when you are implementing that challenge, you will get some idea about what kind of activities we have to use it here, what kind of logic we have to implement it here. So based on that, so you will get some kind of idea, and in the same way, you can get some rewards also in the beginning. Yeah. Thanks, Aikra.
Yeah, just to show the present ongoing challenge we have here. Let's say in the previous batch we have around like 5 challenges. So now we are on the fourth challenge, and the deadline for this thing is like fifth. So this is something like a challenge you can just try to go with. So where it covered something related to Excel, and you can just share your particular examples here itself. Uh, so that is how we are going to evaluate these things. So any other doubts? Anything you want to ask, please uh, be free to ask. So we are there definitely to help you out or guide you out or mentor on the things. So recordings are available if any case misses. Yes, you're gonna have all the recordings in the group itself. On the daily basis, you have.
Yes, I can. I have all notes. So can we able to download the UiPath Studio or Orchestrator? I mean, without organization email ID.
Yes, you can download all the things. We're gonna help you out how you can download, how you can utilize all the components like orchestrator now going forward.
Okay. So is it available limited period of time or it is completely free?
It's completely free, and the community edition, which you wanna utilize as part of learning, is definitely completely free, and you can have the same thing. I'm like in the enterprise also, we'll try to utilize a similar sort of version. So only with some sort of limited sort of support and all, but definitely you can have the learning curve using the community edition of your path. Do we need to restart earlier for the session? No, you will have the links being posted in the group. So before the day of the event, as well as 1 hour before the event, so we're gonna post you the links where you can just join. So one help we required from you people, do we need to learn any coding language like JavaScript? So one biggest advantage we have here in UiPath is these RPA technologies are low-code technologies. So low-code technologies are nothing but you can have the power of code uh, being integrated here in the low-code platforms and all. Okay. So no need of having the coding language if you have something like VB or C Sharp. So that will help you to customize the things because these platforms like UiPath are created background in using the C Sharp or .NET frameworks. So will you cover Action Center? No. So would you be, what would be the daily meeting time? So from 9 to 10 a.m. IST, we're gonna start the meeting. From 9 a.m. on a daily basis. Can you please send the WhatsApp group link? Yes, you can have this thing. I'll just ping you in the group. Mostly you would have been in the group, but if somebody have missed to get all the updates, please do join. to get all the materials, or else like recordings, or else like the quiz links, or else you can also get the challenges links and all these things. Okay. And to just confirm once again, this course for the next 15 days is completely free. And the concepts we are going to cover in this particular thing in the training is something like semi-advanced, right from the basics you can kickstart, and it will help you to just enhance your learning curve. Training, while training should we practice side by side, or it will be pure theoretical first and then we have to practice. So definitely it is like theory come practical sessions which you are gonna cover, and we request you to practice on a daily basis after the sessions. Will the training be sufficient for the interview? No, it won't be sufficient for the interviews. It's only being as a foundation. So the concepts we are gonna cover is something, it's around like 50% of uh, what you can see it in the interviews. So there is lots of products in your path. Uh, So there's a lot of things we also try to learn on a daily basis. So one request we have here is on a daily basis, please do practice. When you provide the interview questions, definitely we'll provide the interview questions. In the last batch, we have provided that too. For additional topics or other basics, how to get it. You can still refer to your Path Academy, where you can get all the things. Your Path Academy is something like a repository where you can learn advanced topics. Yeah, thanks for these sessions and help. Thanks for your support too. Thanks for taking the initiative to just join the free session and taking your time also. We appreciate your time also, Sundar. Not only Sundar, to all the people who are there in the meeting. Thanks for the session. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take questions for next 2 minutes and we'll just wind up for today. It's like just a kickstart meeting to just introduce ourselves, like me, myself, Kiran, Pradeep, and also Pathrudu, and we have our mentor Niklesh too. So we come from a different diverse backgrounds, but we want to just provide you a platform where you can enhance your skill set at all. So we have been receiving a lot of requests. Hey, I want to learn your path, or else like I've lost my job in this particular um, things, or it's like I'm a fresher. I want to kickstart something in your path. Yes, we have catered all our requests and we have articulated this particular program. Will you provide assignments? So definitely whatever we are trying to teach, if you practice, so that is gonna be something like an assignment for you. Yes. Thanks a lot for everyone for joining the session. Can we change our tool to your path with this knowledge? Yes, something like the automation concepts remain the same, right? So though it's your path automation where Power Automate, the tool interface changes as well as the naming terminology changes, but the concepts remain the same here. Anything you want to talk, Pradeep or Pathru, so that we can just wind up the session for today?
Nothing from my side other than like saying all the best, guys, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm good,
Thanks.
Cycle. So just for as per today's session, so we'll provide some kind of links regarding the academy and forum. So let them register for it. So in the future sessions, we'll let you know how to use that and how to go through that particular websites. So we'll provide all the details in WhatsApp group so that you can join there and up to date for this training program. Thanks for joining.
So we need to use Windows presently for utilizing UiPath. Then thank you guys. So from tomorrow, our particular learning curve will start. Meet you there in the tomorrow session at 9. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining, and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.